Alright, I just got off the 501 Queen streetcar. It was like a 5-minute streetcar ride from the Queensway and Windermere to Humber Loop. It has been a while that I've been here at Humber Loop. I think the last time I was here was, last year, back in November, when I did my Sunday evening live stream. And it's another nice, gorgeous, sunny day. So I was on unit 4545 on the 501 Queen. It will be heading back east to Neville Park in the city's east end. And hey everyone, happy Monday. Today is Monday, August 18th. The time right now is 2:31 p.m. and the temperature is around 24 degrees Celsius. And I'm here at Humber Loop on this nice sunny day here in the borough of Etobicoke, just not too far from Humber Bay Shores, which is right behind me. And it's going to be an exciting adventure. So the routes that serve Humber Loop is the 501 Queen streetcar, the 507 Long Branch, and the 66 Prince Edward bus. And the plan for this video is that I'll be making my way north from here and ending my track at Old Mill Station as a GO train rolls by. As the Lakeshore West Line. So I do have a specific route in mind. So what we'll do is, so we're gonna take the Queensway heading west, up to Stephen Drive, and then we're gonna head north on Stephen Drive to a street called Berry Road, and then we'll head west on Berry Road all the way west to Prince Edward Drive South, and then we're going to head north on Prince Edward Drive South to Bloor West. That will be in the affluent Kingsway, the Kingsway neighborhood, and then we're going to head east on Bloor West to Old Mill Station. So I think the walk should be at least half an hour or maybe 40 minutes. Depending on how fast I walk. So yeah, that will be the plan for this video. And as you guys may realize, or some of you may not realize, that I am using my brand new DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I just bought my camera exactly 2 days ago from Best Buy at the corner of Weston Road and Highway 7 in Vaughan, in Woodbridge. Yeah, it's my first time that I'm using my DJI Pocket 3. And earlier I recorded the 77 Swansea bus from Runnymede Station to the Queensway and Windermere. And I was just on this streetcar, the 501 Queen, that's laying over before heading back east all the way to Neville Park. So let's head west here. And hope everybody had an awesome weekend. There's two buses that's laying over. 3342 and 8952. And there's the 507 Long Branch. I recorded the 507 Long Branch I think over a year ago, and it's heading back west to Long Branch Loop. We'll watch the streetcar roll by before we start heading west on the Queensway. Oh, another one just is now rolling in, the 507 Long Branch. Alright, so I'm recording this in 4K. This will be a high quality 4K video. So I think we are in the neighborhood of the Queensway, Humber Bay, because Humber Bay Shores is just a few blocks south of Humber Loop. So we're doing one last look here. That's serviced by buses and streetcars. But yeah, so far I'm liking my new camera, the DJI Pocket 3. It's way better than the Pocket 2, because you guys may realize that the Pocket 3 has a bit of a bigger screen than the Pocket 2. So I'm in 4K 1080p 60, and this will be the Queensway. So I've streamed here, I think last year back in November, and you know, I really want to go back to Humber Bay Shores. I was gonna go there today, but you know what? I figured that I will save that for next time. So we are just on the south side of the Queensway, heading west. Oh, there goes 8952 on the 66 Prince Edward. That will be heading to Old Mill Station, which is where I'm going. And on the left will be a plaza that's called I think the Queensway Plaza, or Sobeys, that's here. There's one at the Kipling Queensway Mall. I've done a video almost 2 weeks ago at the Kipling Queensway Mall, and there's a notice sign that this plaza has plans to be redeveloped for tall buildings, 12 to 50 stories. Also, though, they're going to be building at least 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 6 buildings, six condos, replacing the Queensway Plaza. But yeah, it's been a while that I've done a walking video along this stretch of the Queensway in Etobicoke, in the city's west end. And the Pocket 3 that I'm using has some really cool features. So I've downloaded this app on my phone, the DJI Memo. And it's really cool. Yep, that's the one I'm using. Pocket 3. Connecting. See, it's cool that my phone is also recording. with the Pocket 3. It's so cool. See, it has move the stick to control the gimbal, pan, and tilt axis. So this camera has some better features than the Pocket 2. So if I move this stick, see, my phone is doing the exact same thing. Isn't that cool? You can see it here. Although it might be blurry, but yeah, it shows. So you definitely need this app, the DJI Memo, in order for you to be able to record videos with your DJI Pocket 3. And just on the left is the Ontario Food Terminal. And over there is the Humber Bay Shore skyline. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, around 7 Humber Bay Shore towers. These tall buildings. So I think the Ontario Food Terminal is where they make food, I believe, to be delivered. Alright, this is Stephen Drive on my right. So Stephen Drive begins north of the Queensway, so let's head north on Stephen Drive. And once you head further west, it will lead you to Park Lawn Road, Royal Oak Road, Islington, and Kipling Avenue. And that's where you'll find a very dead-doomed shopping center, the Kipling Queensway Mall, that will soon be redeveloped to a 13-tower complex. Yeah, let's cross. Thank you. Just thank that driver for allowing me to cross. Whew. All right, so let's stick on. Maybe we'll walk on the east side of Stephen Drive. And there's one. Let's look at the Ontario Food Terminal. See all these nice towers, buildings off in that direction. But yeah, this Pocket 3 camera has an excellent quality, 4K video quality. I still have my Pocket 2 camera. I gave it to my sister because she really wanted it. So it's a good thing that I didn't throw out my Pocket 2. I still have it though. That's why I bought my Pocket 3 camera back on Saturday, so that my sister can at least have my old Pocket 2. There's a small plaza. It's called the Queensgate Plaza. There's KFC, TD Variety, Mamo Dumpling Express. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun walk. And yesterday I went to check out the Taste of Manila along Bathurst Street, also known as Little Manila, and I was joined by Alex Gets Around Tio, and we both walked together around the festival. And I still got to check out that new Simon store that recently opened up back on Thursday. Look, there's a brand new house. I think it's still under construction. But yeah, I figured that I would record this walk from Humber Loop to Old Mill Station. I haven't really done that route, like on my walking video on my channel. So I thought, since it's a very nice sunny day, I'm like, why not? Let's see here. Oh, there goes the Prince Edward bus. Heading south to Humber Loop, where I began my video. So we're in the neighborhood of Stonegate, Queensway, I believe. It's a very nice, peaceful residential neighborhood. Here's Whitworth Avenue looking east. Yeah, the weather is still hot. You got some nice houses over there. Oh, there goes 3342. It's heading to where I'll be ending, Old Mill Station. So far I've recorded only one video, one bus ride video with my Pocket 3. And right now this is my second video with my brand new Pocket 3 camera. You know, one day I gotta show Boom Productions my Pocket 3 camera because he also has one too. As well as Ken and Johnny too. Yeah, and I haven't even recorded a walking video along this stretch of Stephen Drive on this nice sunny day. And I've been covering a lot of grounds on my channel. And on the right coming up will be South Humber Park. This can be a really cool nature walk. I know our good friend Henry really loves nature walks. You know, one day I'll come back here and do a video exploring the South Humber Park. And you can see those guys riding their bicycles down the path here at South Humber Park. So many greenery, green trees. It's nice. And looking back south, down Stephen towards the Queensway. Oh, you might see some coyotes here at this park, as the picture is showing. This coyote. It's a very nice park though, South Humber Park. I gotta come back here and do a video. I'm not sure about live streaming because usually when it comes to streaming nature, sometimes the connection might dip. So, but I'll definitely do a test stream at South Humber Park and see how well the connection will hold up there. Alright, so we're almost at the Berry Road. And then we're gonna head west. So throughout the walk, I do have to keep an eye on keep an eye on my battery. I do have my power bank in case my Pocket 3 camera does die, or might die quickly. Or you know what, maybe I'll just plug in my power bank once we get to Berry Road and Stephen Drive. So you see that green sign where it says to Bloor St West? That's where I'll be heading to. Oh, I just love listening to the sounds of cicadas. Alright, this is Berry Road. So that's where the 66A branch will be turning left onto Berry Road from Stephen Drive. So let me plug in my power bank before my camera starts to die. Okay, hopefully I don't drop this. Alright, where's my wire? Alright. Okay. And my power bank. Alright. It is now charging. It is now at 59%. So let's head west here. So that was a walk along Stephen Drive from the Queensway to here. That's a nice building. Alright, we'll stick on the north side of Berry Road. It's a very nice area though. This street here, Berry Road, is very peaceful. There's like a few, I think, low-rise apartments. And look what I see. Look what I see. I see some geese. Maybe we'll watch them slow walking. Imagine if I just followed those geese around. They might scare the crap out of me. Look at that. Look at that. Look, another one. Huh. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 geese. Just chilling. Alright, so we're walking up the steep hill. There's like a few mini apartments right here alongside Berry Road. 1 and 2 bedrooms apartments. And this street over there is Clover Hill Road. Looking south, it will take you back to Stephen Drive, where I was earlier. And from what I'm seeing, these mini apartments, those low-rise apartments, they look really old to me, but it's still nice. That is the Princeton. Yeah, I think I pronounced Princetown by accident. It's Princeton, the Princeton lower-rise apartment. I thought I saw an W between the O and the N, but there is no W, so it's the Princeton or Princeton. And here we got more of the low-rise apartments. And there's Park Lawn Road coming up. You know, I could have just kept heading west on the Queensway to Park Lawn Road, and that would have been another way to get here. But I chose to walk north on Stephen Drive instead of Park Lawn Road. But I'll save that for next time. Maybe next time, if I do plan to walk from Old Mill Station to Humber Loop, we might as well take Park Lawn Road south to the Queensway. If I do plan to head south to Humber Loop. This is Park Lawn Road. Oopsie. Alright, let's see. Let's look here at Berry Road and Park Lawn Road. And off in that direction, you can see the downtown skyline. There is the Aura looking east towards College Park. So I am like way far away from downtown Toronto. There's the Prince Edward bus. That's the 66B branch heading to Lakeshore. And off he goes. It's gonna turn right onto Park Lawn Road. And yep, he just turned right. This is Balacane Drive. Right, it is 3:04 p.m. and that will be the start of the afternoon rush hours. There is the A branch. Yeah, this street here along Berry Road is very peaceful. So quiet, and you get to enjoy the nice weather. All that sort of thing. As we are almost at Prince Edward Drive South. There goes 3344 on the 66 Prince Edward. You'll be heading right onto Prince Edward Drive South from Berry Road. Yeah, it's such a nice day. Lots of sunshine. And you see that yellow sign and green sign? The yellow sign says there's no access to Royal York Road, so you can't go further west along Berry Road. So we gotta head north on Prince Edward Drive South to Bloor West. So goodbye to Berry Road. I'll be back here at some point. So now we're on the east side of Prince Edward Drive South, heading north all the way to Bloor St West. And then we're gonna head back east towards Old Mill Station. Actually, I might hit the 1 hour mark in this video. I did say at least 40 minutes, but it might be more than that, because It's like a 1 hour walk from Humber Loop to Old Mill Station. But by taking the bus, it will take you at least I think 20 minutes or so. But here they got some really nice houses. Really expensive though, and I can't even afford buying one of these houses. Almost all houses that you see here along the stretch of Prince Edward Drive South is very nice, gorgeous. But yeah, such a nice, quiet neighborhood here. Alright, so we are quite almost at Bloor St West. So according to my maps, we are still quite far away from Bloor. Well, we'll get there fast. All right. Oh yeah, and the Blue Jays will be playing the Pittsburgh Pirates. Starting at 6:40 p.m., taking place at PNC Park. Yep, that's in Pittsburgh. So go Jays go. Unfortunately, the Blue Jays had a really tough game last night. And the Blue Jays, they lost by, I think, 4 points. Let me check here. Yeah, final score 10-4. The Blue Jays lost by 4 points against the Rangers. But hopefully they can beat the Pirates 3 days in a row, today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. This is Kirk Bradid Road East. Alright, I think my Pocket 3 camera has enough battery because my phone is at 2%, so let me just unplug my Pocket 3 here. There we go. Alright guys, one sec. Oops, easy. There we go. See if I can plug in my phone with one hand. Let's see here. I'll do it after. And I like how my camera is very stable when it's recording on 4K 60. You know, 4K videos are a lot better than the regular quality videos. I'm just testing my camera angles here. Oops. Kingsley Gardens. Looks peaceful. There's the tennis court. This is called Sunny Lee Park. Sunny Lee Park. Interesting. Oh. Almost missed that bus heading south, but and just on the other side of the tennis court is the playground. The kids' playground. So far they're enjoying it. Yeah, so this video will be at least over an hour, not 40 minutes. This is Sunny Lee Avenue East. I think they're fixing the roof. Alright, so I think we're almost there. For now, I'm enjoying this peaceful walk here along Prince Edward Drive South on the east side corner. As we're almost 1 hour in. So more than I've expected to be. On the right is the graveyard, the cemetery. Well, yeah, and earlier today, there was a grand opening for the new Winners location at Scarborough Town Center at around 9:30 a.m. This morning. Unfortunately, I missed it though. I was gonna head over there to cover the grand opening of Winners, a new Winners location at Scarborough Town Center, but unfortunately, I missed it because I got up at around 9:40 in the morning. That's when I woke up from bed, and I unfortunately missed it. But tomorrow, though, will be the grand opening of the 4th Shake Shack at Square One in Mississauga. I'm not sure if I'll be able to go there and check it out. I think I might. I might even drive there instead of taking the GO bus from Finn Station to Square One. Well, that means that I have to get up super early and leave my place at around, I guess, 8 a.m. and be at Square One for, well, I'm not sure what time is the grand opening for the 4th Shake Shack at Square One. That means that I might have to leave a bit earlier than that, maybe around 7. I think the grand opening for Shake Shack at Square One is, I think, around 9 a.m., 9:30, 10, I don't know. I gotta double check and see. But I might, but hopefully I can check out the new Winners at Scarborough Town Center very soon. I still have no idea when, but very soon. Very soon. There's the fire station, 431. There's the Parklawn Cemetery on the right. Parklawn Cemetery. Oh, there goes another Prince Edward bus heading south. This is Meadowvale Drive. Like Meadowvale Road in Scarborough, way in the city's east end. Meadowvale Drive, looking west, beginning west of Prince Edward Drive south. Look, we're almost at Bloor West. So far. So far, so good. But yeah, I can't wait to rewatch my own video and see how this video turned out to be. I bet the quality and the audio will be super fantastic. And we have made it to Bloor St West. Bloor and Prince Edward. So welcome to the affluent, the Kingsway neighborhood. I'm hoping that they might keep all of these small businesses in a very residential area. There's a UPS store. But we have finally made it to Bloor. And 1 hour in already. Alright, so we'll walk on the north side of Bloor West. So on the southeast corner of Prince Edward and Bloor is the Parklawn Cemetery. You can enter through here if you want. I mean, it's allowed. I don't know. That was a walk along Prince Edward Drive south from Berry Road to here. So welcome to the affluent, the Kingsway neighborhood. A very affluent neighborhood like Forts Hill and the affluent Rosedale neighborhood. Oh, St. Kingsway Church. Alright guys, give me 1 sec. See if I can plug my phone with one hand. Daisy. There we go. Sorry guys. There we go. All right. All Saints Church, Anglican Church of Canada, here in the Kingsway. That's the Upper Canada capital, Manulife, wealth management. Hey, there's the 149 Etobicoke Bloor bus. Line 2 accessibility shuttle. That's the Orion EPA 10. Back in January, I recorded the 149 Etobicoke Bloor route. A Line 2 accessibility shuttle bus. I've recorded that route 2 times on a freaking Nova LFS. Edward Jones. And I know Johnny has done a video here in the affluent, the Kingsway neighborhood. A very nice neighborhood though. Of course, there's some fun facts, some history about the affluent Kingsway neighborhood. All right. So the Kingsway is a residential neighborhood in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. It is bounded by Bloor Street to the south, Dundas Street to the north, the Mimico Creek to the west, and the Humber River to the east. And of course, the Kingsway is one of the more affluent neighborhoods in Toronto, with some of the largest and most beautifully designed homes in the city. The residential area is lined with tall trees, the one that we saw earlier, creating a majestic atmosphere. The neighborhood is a perfect destination for large families looking to put down long-term roots. So the Kingsway sits between Islington Avenue and the Humber River, with Bloor St West acting as its southern boundary, and Dundas St West acting as its northern boundary, with the Humber River carving through the eastern portion of the neighborhood, and heavy parkland sprinkled around its borders. The Kingsway has a distinct and unique feel, unlike any other neighborhood in Etobicoke. And of course, the most Kingsway residents use cars as their primary form of transportation. And with the Gardner expressway just a short drive south, which is way over there and looking south, way south of Bloor here. And they'll be able to get to anywhere in the city with ease. But however, the Kingsway is also walking distance from several subway stations, including Islington, right behind me, Royal York, right behind me, and Old Mill Station, which is right in front of me, which I'm heading to. And the history of the Kingsway, the development of the Kingsway started in the late 19th century when local businessman Robert Holmes Smith purchased the old King's Mill and began planning his ideal residential community. And Holmes Smith was infatuated with all the things pertaining to England. And for his new acquired land, Holmes Smith wanted to build a neighborhood following English garden city principles. So there's the Kingsway condominiums. Yeah, it still looks brand new. And yeah, which so for his new acquired land, Holmes Smith wanted to build a neighborhood following English garden city principles, which embraced holistic planning and looked to enhance the natural environment. There's like so many facts about the Kingsway, but I'm not going to read the whole thing. So yeah, so just wanted to let you guys know about the fun facts and the history about the Kingsway. Maybe I'll put a link to that in the description below this video so you guys can read more about the history of the affluent, the Kingsway neighborhood. So I'll put a link to that down in the description below this video, so you guys can have some ideas about, and learn more about the history of the Kingsway neighborhood. Very affluent, with lots of tall trees and homes that has large families. All right, my DJI Pocket 3 is, I think it's at 30%, so I do better plug in my power bank once again. So just please bear with me, and I'll try and see if I can plug my power bank with one hand. Let's see here. Oops. All right, mission accomplished. Oh, it's actually at 45%. Not bad. My battery, this battery on the Pocket 3 camera, I think it lasts longer than my Pocket 2 camera, the one that I had for at least over 2 years. And we are almost at Old Mill Station, which will be on the left. So far it has been a fun walk, over a narrow walk from Humber Loop as we're approaching Old Mill. And once we get there, you guys may realize that Old Mill Station is not in the fared paid zone. Even though that Old Mill Station is only served by the 66 Prince Edward bus. Just those routes. Including this one here. Alright, welcome to Old Mill. This will be Old Mill Trail coming up. Old Mill Trail. Old Mill Trail and Bloor West. Almost a year ago, I streamed from downtown all the way west to Old Mill Station. That was during the last day of the Ukrainian festival. And speaking of the Ukrainian festival, next month, the Ukrainian festival will be held along Bloor St West between Jane Street and I think Runnymede Road in the Bloor West Village neighborhood. And I'll definitely be covering that festival this year. So for last year and the year before, I've covered the Ukrainian festival. So I'll end my video at the eastbound platform at Old Mill Station. So this station, I think the station opened back in 1968 on the Bloor Danforth line. So maybe I'll slowly say my early goodbyes since we have arrived here. So on that note, I hope you all enjoyed the walk from Humber Loop all the way north to Old Mill Station. And don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I have an Instagram account at Japan TTC Explorer as well. So I'm gonna end the video completely at Old Mill Station on the eastbound platform. And I'll be hopping on the subway. And maybe I might stop by the Inn Center and get some lunch before I head home. But anywho, cheers everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Have an awesome Monday. Go Jays go. Elbows up, buy Canadian. All that sort of thing. And I will see you guys next time. All right, enjoy this nice sunny day and be safe. Yeah, I gotta wait here. There's the advanced left turn signal just for left turning vehicles. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. So goodbye to the affluent, the Kingsway neighborhood. I'll be back here at some point. So off to the subway. So again, this station opened back on May 10th, I believe, 1968. But other than that, ciao for now as I make my way inside Old Mill Station. And here we are. my train arrives in 3 minutes. I might as well wait for the next train after. Old Mill Station. It's been a while that I've been here. Yeah, it's been a very long time. Alright, let's see if I can do another selfie. Alright, cheers. Oh, and my premiere from my Canada's Wonderland video, it will be in the next 12 minutes at 4 p.m. EST. But here's the view outside. Bloor St West looking south. Here comes a westbound train. Wow, this video is at an hour and 20 minutes, 80 minutes. Longer than I've expected to be. Yeah, I'll wait for the next one. Alright, let's go. And just over there will be the Humber River. That will lead you to the Humber Bay shores. But again, this will be a very long video, even though I did say at least 40 minutes at the beginning, but it was actually like more than that. Anyways, see how peaceful this station is. Very peaceful. There's like literally nobody here but me.
The TTC takes your safety very seriously in the event of an emergency. Speak to a staff member, use the emergency alarm on board a train, or DWA button or payphone on the platform. You can also report concerns using the Safe TTC app.
All right. But just down there is a very nice trail. I think that's the Humber Trail, if not mistaken. The Humber Trail. Yep, that's the Humber River Recreational Trail according to my Google Maps. Alright, time to end this video. Alright, bye all.